18, 19, 20. 20 games in 2 months? Man, things are out of control here. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. The first pickups of 2023 is here. I got 20 games in December and January. That's a lot of games. There are many great deals and clean scans. Many people think November is a good time to get a deal because of Black Friday. However, in my opinion, I think December is the best. Not only you can still get a Black Friday deal, but also there are more and better deals for Christmas. That's why I bought 20 games. Today we are going to go over each one of them. Since I also got a PS5 in December, I will also give a quick review. I will share how I feel about it after 2 months. We also need to talk about my progress on 10 PS4 games I must play in 2023. A lot of things need to cover today. Without further ado, let's get it started. I want to start with a clean scan, Sayonara Wild Hearts. This is a wrestling game. I paid $16 for it. As a clean scan, it's not that cheap. I think $13 is a more reasonable price. The game does receive many positive reviews. It's an unique game. I'm not sure if I will like it or not. However, I still want to give it a try. That's why I decided to buy it. Next is a 2D platform game, Case and the Wild Masks. Buying a Sodexo published game is always a hit or miss. You could get either a hidden gem or a bummer. Case and the Wild Masks actually receives very positive review, so I hope it's a hidden gem. The game has a speedrun trophy, and you know me, I hate this type of trophies. However, there is a loophole which can make it a piece of cake. I know it has been patched, that's why I get a physical copy, so I can play unpatched version. This one cost me $14.50, it's a reasonable price. We have another 2D platform game, Wonder Boy Asha in Monster World. Wonder Boy is a very old series, however I never play any game from it. I do notice there are quite a few Wonder Boy games were released on PS4. I decided to give it a try. This is the cheapest one I can find, it was $15. Asha in Monster World is a remake of Monster World 4. We also get a download code for Monster World 4 as a bonus. Basically, 2 games in 1 game price. More 2D platform game, we have HOA here. No, it's not a homeowners associations. This game was in my watch list for a very long time. I was looking to get a PS5 edition, but that edition was sold out already. Even PS4 edition was sold out at one point. When I thought I missed it, they did a small restock in December. I quickly grabbed one, it was only $15. The game sold out again, I hope they can restock PS5 edition one day. HOA is a very beautiful game, I like its art style. The game is pretty short, can be finished around a couple hours. I'm definitely looking forward to play it. Next we have Spider-Man Miles Morales. This is a spin-off title of Marvel's Spider-Man. I have been waiting to get this one for a while. I was looking for the best price. Based on my observation, $20 is the cheapest price I ever seen. The game got the free PS5 upgrade, that's why I choose PS4 edition. My biggest issue with the original Spider-Man is the game became repetitive later on. I hope that is not the case for Miles Morales. Alright, let's check a couple PS5 games and I will give a quick review on PS5 after that. The first game is Greedfall Gold Edition. We did unboxing already. I was a little bit surprised it came with a box. There are poster and a sticker sheet inside. The DLC is not fully on the disc and the code is actually expired already. I tried to redeem it in my unboxing video. If you want to know more, you can check that video. I got this one for $14.50. I recall Xbox edition was even cheaper. Greedfall is an action RPG and it's also a new IP. I didn't play it when it was giving us a PS Plus free game. However, I did hear some good things about it. I wouldn't mind to give it a try. Next is actually the first PS5 game I bought, and that is Lake. I finished this game on Xbox right before it was removed from Game Pass. This is a very beautiful and relaxing game. It's kind of like a postman simulator. You play as a postwoman in a small town. You will interact with people there and making decisions. I really like it, and I found out there is a physical release on PS5. In that case, I must get it no matter what. The game cost me $20. I mean, it could be cheaper, but it's still a reasonable price. I cannot wait to play this game again and making different decisions this time. Alright, let's talk about the PS5. My first impression is the console is too huge. It looks kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Performance-wise, I must say the jump between PS4 to PS5 is not that obvious compared to PS3 to PS4. Even the SSD, I didn't notice it until I played Cities Skylines. I found out the day and the night change very fast even with a big city. That actually makes 1001 Nights trophy a little bit easier. For the hardware, I have no complaint. It's how it is. However, my biggest issue with PS5 is its UI UX. Every time when Sony releases a new console, they always make a huge change on their UI. The problem is they are inconsistent. The user needs to scratch everything they knew already, then relearn it again. This definitely provides a very better user experience for existing users. I can share some issues I found. If I want to check the DLC I own for a certain game in my library, let's say Hitman, since they delist each individual DLC, the only option I see is getting a season pass. In order to know which DLC I owned, I need to use my PS4 to find out. This is definitely going backwards. If you want to go back to home screen, you need to hold the PS button on DualSense. If you just click it, it will show you some game information and activities. This is a stupid design. They actually should switch it. They also move menu from top to the bottom. This is another inconsistent example I was talking about. I don't see what the point is to move the menu to the bottom. Even worse, if I want to see the menu from home screen, I need to click PS button on my controller. Let's say an additional click can be avoided. Those are some outstanding UI UX issues. There are actually more. I don't wanna spend too much time to talk about it. Anyway, this is my quick review for PS5. Enough about PS5, let's check more games. Here we have Resident Evil 3. I am pretty sure this one receives free PS5 upgrade. I remember the first time I saw this game in high school, I was impressed, and I admit Jill Valentine did catch my eyes. However, I never get a chance to play this game, therefore I'm glad they did a remake. I got this one for only $10, definitely a great deal. I must say on this cover, Jordan looks as attractive as I remembered. Next is another game offers free PS5 upgrade. It's a JRPG, Tales of Arise. There are a lot of changes have been made in this one. Improvements are obvious and it did receive a lot of positive feedbacks. This is the game I'm going to play this year since it's part of our Unlimited JRPG challenge. I get this one for $19. It's a reasonable price, but there is still a run for the price to drop. I know a lot of JRPG normally sell pretty quick due to low print. However, Tales of series is not the one. You still can get Tales of Listeria these days, and it's pretty cheap also. Next is a Switch game titled Milestones. This is a collection which includes 10 classic games. There's only one game I care, and that is Frontline. This is the last game I played on my Famicom. That was almost 30 years ago, and I was not able to finish it. I always hope I can revisit this game, and now I finally got the chance. Price-wise, it cost me $16. I have been watching this game closely for a year. I never saw it dropped under $16, but a week after I purchased it, it dropped to $15. I don't really know what I should say. If you are the one who get this one for $15 recently, you should thank to me. They would not drop it to $15 if I didn't buy it. We are halfway down. Next is Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song. First thing first, it mentions free PS5 upgrade available here. This is actually a misprint. The game doesn't offer free PS5 upgrade. However, Maximum Games still honor it. If you can provide a proof of purchase and email to LAN, they will give you a code for PS5 edition. I did already. They respond it with a code in less than 48 hours. Just be aware if you want to get a PS4 edition while getting free PS5 upgrade. Keep your receipt and email it to Maximum Games. I wasn't planning to buy this game, but it's only $10 with a free PS5 upgrade. Why not? This is a RPG and it receives mixed reviews. I can see this game will go into my backlog directly. Next is another cheap game, Tour de France 2022. I was thinking to get a PS5 edition, but since PS4 edition was only $8, I decided to grab it first. If PS5 edition drops to $10, I wouldn't mind to buy it again. I recall I bought it 2019 years ago. It's still sealed because there's an unobtainable trophy. They didn't patch it, so I just keep it sealed. This time I made sure there's nothing unobtainable. I always want to play Tour de France series. Just curious how the gameplay is. Another $8 game here, Domain. I admit I purchased it without even knowing what this game is. I just found out this is a Souls-like game, which I am pretty bad in this kind of game. Now I don't know if I'm going to play it or not. By the way, this game receives free PS5 upgrade. Next is the most expensive game I bought. It's actually an Xbox One game, Xuanyuan Sword 7. Xuanyuan Sword is a very old franchise and is developed by a Taiwanese developer, Domo. I remember I used to play their second title with my cousin. That was 28 years ago, so time flies by very fast. This is something I really miss after I moved to the US. You don't see a lot of Chinese RPG in the Western market. Therefore, when I found out Xuanyuan Sword 7 is coming to North America, I was excited and definitely going to get it. I was looking to get a PS4 edition, but that one sold out already. My only option is Xbox One edition. This one was $24, but they offer additional 5% discount. Therefore, I ended up paying $23. This is the most expensive game I bought. You can see I bought 20 games, but there's only one game above $20. I got a lot of good deals. For the Western players, this franchise is new to them. They like its fresh look. The reviews I read are pretty positive. However, for Asian players, they are more strict to this game. Anyway, I finally got this game and definitely looking forward to play it. If I can find a brand new PS4 copy, I will buy it again. The next two games I purchased in December, the place I purchased offered a $12 pickup discount. You know me, I must take that advantage. The first game is the Dark Pictures Anthology, House of Ashes. This is the third game from the Dark Pictures Anthology series. I recall the first one was a PS Plus free game. I didn't play it because there's a co-op trophy. This time I made sure House of Ashes has no such annoying trophy. Without a pickup discount, this game was only $10. It's definitely a great deal. House of Ashes is an interactive horror game. I heard the game has good story. That's important for this type of games. Without a good story, the gameplay experience will be a nightmare. Next is a JRPG, Megaland Lord. Without a pickup discount, this game was $18. It's a reasonable price, but I would not buy it without discount. I don't think this game caught a lot of attention in the US market. A lot of you probably never heard of it before. Recently, I noticed this game was somewhat popular in Asia. It's a nice game to own if you can get it really cheap. Next is Life is Strange True Colors. I actually built this game on Xbox. It was part of Game Pass. I play every Life is Strange game. I must say this is my least favorite one. The game is beautiful, but the story is confusing and boring. I bought this one just for trophies. Since there is a free PS5 upgrade, I can get a 2-play now. The game was on clearance. It only cost me $11. That's definitely a steal for a Life is Strange game. Let's keep going. Here we have King's Bounty 2. This is actually a sequel of a game which was released in 1990. That's crazy you got a sequel after 30 years. King's Bounty 2 is a tactical RPG. I heard the game is quite a challenge. To get a play now, it requires minimum 3 playthroughs. I got this one for only $12, and I think it will directly go into my backlog. The last two games are GameStop exclusive, and they were on clearance. Yeah, I visited GameStop last December. The first one is Chicken Police. This is a point-and-click adventure game. It did receive some positive reviews. For this type of games, I normally follow a walkthrough video to get a play now. I think the game receives free PS5 upgrade, but I'm not 100% sure if that is the case for physical copy. We will find out once we do unboxing. By the way, this one cost me $7.50. This is probably the cheapest skin I bought. Last not least, we have Gas Guzzlers Extreme. This is a combat racing game. For the first time, I used GameStop's store pickup option to get this one. I must say their online system is weird. You will not see your order in order history after 30 minutes. In 2023, that's not acceptable. The game looks as cheap as its cover design. This is probably one of the worst cover image I've ever seen. I spent $12 for it, so price-wise, it's not too bad. Those are the 20 games I bought. As you can see, a lot of great deals. I kinda changed my strategy a little bit lately. I reached 500 PS4 games later last year. My ultimate goal is 550 to 600 games, and I really want to reach 600. That's why if I see a game with a really cheap price, I will pull the trigger. Even though I know the game is directly going into my backlog. I have a feeling 2023 and 2024 will be the last 2 years you can get a PS4 games easily. After that, it might be harder. So this is the final push to reach 600 games. Next, let's talk about my progress on 10 PS4 games I must play in 2023. I actually finished 2 games in January. The first game I finished is Those Who Remain. This is a horror game. It plays kinda like a walking simulator. The atmosphere in this game is fantastic. It gave me the chills multiple times during my first playthrough. Some of the concepts in this game remind me Alan Wake. They have a similar vibe. However, the story is not so impressive. After 3 playthroughs, I am still not so sure what it's talking about. Overall, this is a fantastic horror game. If you like horror game, I highly recommend it. Another game here is Past Cure. This is a third-person shooting game with a puzzle-solving element. The graphic is surprisingly great. I almost forget this is an indie game. However, the game is not perfect. During the final boss fight, there are 3 stages, but there's no checkpoint between each stage. Unless you check the guide first, otherwise you might need to restart this fight multiple times. That's very annoying and stupid. Also, if you are a trophy hunter like me, don't update your game. This will make one trophy in the beginning a lot easier. Overall, the game is just alright. It's not something you must play. I personally don't recommend it. Those are 2 games I finished in January. We have a good start. The next game I'm going to play is a visual novel, 13 Sentinels. I'm actually going to slow down a little bit since we have a New Year resolution and unlimited JRPG challenge need to work on. That's pretty much it for this video. I guess I will see you in the end of spring. Actually, there might be a special pickups in the end of March. This winter, I'm trying to get some physical games which you cannot find in the US. I asked some family members from overseas to help me get them. I should receive those games in March. If I got enough games, I will make a special pickups video. If not, I will just merge it into spring pickups. So stay tuned. I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for watching and hope to see you soon.